It's Veronica. I hope you're all doing well. So let's start off with today's icebreaker question. And the icebreaker question I have for you is, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word Jesus? Let's do a quick recap of what we learned last week. So last week we learned about King Belshazzar and Daniel and how Daniel did what is right. And we learned that God wants to bless you and when you choose to do the right things too. Now today's story is going to come from the book of 1 Kings, chapter 16, verse 29 till chapter 18, verse 39. And we're going to learn about Elijah and King Ahab. Long ago, there was a king who did not love and obey God. King Ahab loved a pretend god named Baal. Elijah was one of God's special messengers, so God sent Elijah to tell King Ahab, "You have not obeyed God. Gather all the people in the land and meet me at the top of Mount Carmel." Elijah met King Ahab and the people who worship Baal at the top of the mountain. They each got a sacrifice ready. Then Elijah said, "You pray to Baal and I will pray to God. The one who answers by sending down fire is the one and only God." Everyone thought that was a good idea. When people started praying to Baal, the pretend god, they shouted and stomped for a very long time. But Baal did not send down any fire. Later in the day, Elijah got his sacrifice ready. He prayed, "Lord, you are God. Today, let everyone else know that you are the one and only God." All of a sudden, God sent fire down and it burned up everything. Now King Ahab and all the people knew that God is the one and only God. Elijah showed love to God by believing that God is greater than anyone or anything else. The greatest way to show God you love him is by believing he is better and stronger than anything or anyone else too. Now here are 4 discussion questions for you about today's story. What did Elijah ask King Ahab and all the people that prayed to Baal to do? What happened when King Ahab and the others prayed to Baal? What happened when Elijah prayed to God? And how can you show your love to God this week? Now let's go over today's memory verse that comes from the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 3. God blesses those people who depend only on him. They belong to the kingdom of heaven. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's lesson. I hope you all have a safe and great week. Thank you so much. Bye.